Green lights, off we went, and what a race. We knew it was going to be fast, Ian, but it was just lightning quick from the start.
It was lightning quick from the start. Niels van der Putte on the front, driving it on that opening lap. Everyone knew how important it was going to be today in terms of positioning within this group. You saw Wout van Aert desperately trying to move up over the first half a lap or so, but couldn't make any real big inroads. And it was that man, Felipe Aert, that made a move. Thibau Nys couldn't hold the wheel of the Spanish champion early on, and it was Aert that gained around 3 or 4 seconds over the huge chasing group.
Yeah, great to see Felipe Aert's back and on this form and riding with that confidence again. It was very much the back doors were open today as rider after rider just popped.
It was just a concertina effect, constantly positioning in that group, as we saw Wout van Aert get caught out behind as Nys sewed up that gap to Aert's in the lead, and it was Wout van Aert always on the back foot early doors, having to close gaps, never quite on the wheel of this leading 5 or 6 riders.
And Wout van Aert, he suffered to get through to the front, and it took him a while, but Thibaut Del Grosso and Thibau Nys today just riding with such panache, such confidence at the front.
Precisely, and every time they looked round and saw a gap still back to Wout van Aert, they knew that it was in their best interest to work together and keep the Jumbo-Visma man on the back foot.
So Van Aert took him a while to get through to the front, and you could see just how relaxed Thibau Nys was throughout this race. As you said, tactically perfect today. He didn't waste energy where he didn't need to today, if that's possible in a race this quick.
Physically and tactically very, very good from the Belgian champ, but it was that small lull there that allowed Wout van Aert to the front of the race, and he took the opportunity to come through, ride his own tempo, that high tempo the entire time, and he was opening up a few bike lengths here and there, but wasn't perfect in the technical sections and wasn't able to break the group at any point.
They were still there, and Laurent Sweeck sat back for the majority of today's race as well, which was interesting to see from the Belgian champ. This was a point here. This was started to get that bit of a gap. That was the puncture for Thibau Del Grosso.
Yeah, real puncture for Del Grosso and a front flat for Niels van der Putte. And looking back now, I wonder how much energy that cost Del Grosso. He had to put in a 5-minute lap dead after that puncture to come back through to the front of this race. It was Wout van Aert on the front, continuing with that pace. I think this was 3 laps to go. Didn't want to surrender that leading position, but here we saw one of those technical mistakes very nearly went down, just about held it up.
He was pressing the front. Thibau Nys was just in the wheel. And do you feel tactically for Wout that was the mistake there, to kind of give way on the front?
I think that the mistake was potentially going to the front a little bit too early. Meant that he had to surrender at some point, and just surrendered with 2 laps to go when positioning was most key. Laurent Sweeck rode a really tactically brilliant race today. The World Cup leader overall came to the front. It's probably the first time we spoke about him on the front with 2 laps to go, and just tried to hold a really high pace to hold that good position at the front of the group. Nys tried to come round him on that technical section but couldn't quite, but it was Wout van Aert from the Team Visma Lisa bike team that could never come back from that 6th position. Nys tried to hit the front here on the final lap, but Sweeck covered it off. Finally Nys came up over the top into this final technical section from Sweeck.
Yeah, eye-watering little power burst there from Thibau Nys. Look at the face, the pain etched on the face there of Laurent Sweeck. Del Grosso sensed that he had to come over the top of the World Cup leader if he was going to take this one. And this power here, this injection of pace there from Thibau, that was where he won it.
It really was. With that tailwind finish, everyone knew that they wanted the best possible position into that final corner, because it was unlikely that you're going to be able to come round anyone in the sprint, and you see that from behind. Wout van Aert not able to come off the wheel of Van der Putte. What a race.
Thibau Nys, many congratulations. How happy are you with this one?
Super happy, especially because the way I'm winning it today. It's been a long time since I could finish it off like this. It was always my kind of skill to finish off a race like this in the last lap, doing the right things. But I start to lose a bit of this quality in the last couple of years, and it feels really, really nice to finish it off in this way. Like it's a bit my signature move from the past.
The right things you said, like passing Laurens-Wick in the end.
Yeah, it was all about getting as fresh as possible into the last laps. I tried a couple of times to put some pressure, but it was so difficult to make a difference. But I felt super, super strong, and I felt in control. I think it was one of the strongest days of the season for me. And then I had to keep an eye on Laurens and on Thibau in the last lap because I knew they were going to be close. And then full sprint from the last technical part to the finish line.
Belgian national anthem for Thibau Nys. What a victory here today for Baloise Glowy Lions. Our podium, the Belgian champ takes it from the Dutch champ. Another former Belgian champion takes third spot. Just a phenomenal edition of this race today, Ian.